That's right. I've come up with a retirement plan that's going to produce me $231,600 worth of tax-free money in my retirement. And I want to explain to you how you can do the same thing with a little bit of planning and understanding the tax code and what's going to happen in the world that we live in the next couple years so that you can have a secure retirement of tax-free money. I'm going to explain to you in detail how I'm going to do this, and to give you a preview, this is what it looks like. Yeah, it's that simple. But I got to be upfront. This is not financial advice. This is me, Kerry Grinkmeyer, a retired financial advisor, sharing with you my knowledge of how to manage your retirement income. We'll get to it right after this disclosure.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Grinkmeyer.
Okay, the basis of this is around the fact that I have $300,000 in a Roth IRA. I'm over 65 years of age, so what I will do in probably the next 3 years is go out and buy 6 Teslas. That's right, I'll buy 6 Teslas inside my Roth IRA for $47,400. Can I do that? Well, my understanding of the Roth IRA, as I read it as a retired financial advisor, I can have rental property in there as long as I don't use it myself, okay? I can't have a property at the beach and I use it for myself. If it is fully for rental, I can have it inside my Roth IRA. So why couldn't I have a Tesla that is totally rented inside my Roth IRA? I can, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that into Elon's robo-taxi program, okay? I'm going to buy one of his, or 6 of his special cars. They're totally autonomous, and I'm going to attach them to a robo-taxi fleet. All right, is that going to be here in Birmingham? It doesn't need to be. It could be in Chicago. They have 67,000 rental for hire vehicles in Chicago. They have another 53,000 in New York City. I think that my statistics are a little wrong. I would guess they have more than in New York than they do in Chicago. Other cities that have large taxi or rental for hire fleets are Washington, D.C., Orlando. I'm sure that's true in London, Paris, and Shanghai as well. There's no reason that I have to have these cars in Birmingham. They can be anywhere in the world because I'm going to put them into Elon's fleet, okay? And so, with that being done, I've got 6 cars inside my Roth IRA that I paid $47,400 for each. Each is going to produce me about $100,000 a year in fees or in transportation fees. You come from the airport, you get into my autonomous Tesla, and it's charged to your card, and it comes through the fleet, and I get $100,000 out of it. I'm going to pay someone about $25,000 per car, $25,500, to keep it maintained, the battery charged, and clean. Okay, that's all right. And then when the car is done in 1 year, it'll have somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 to 125,000 miles on it. It will have been maintained. What really needs to be changed is that battery, and I'm going to sell the car as is for $12,500. And that's how we come out with a total, as you go through this, $600,000 for the robo-taxi income. My cost for the 6 cars is $284,000. My total maintenance fee on the 6 cars is $159,000. That leaves me an income of $156,000. I add to that the $75,000 I'm going to get for the resale of the car, and I make $231,600. What do I do next? I buy 6 more cars inside my Roth IRA because the income that comes from that $231,000, because it's in the Roth IRA, is income tax free. Okay? Does that make sense to you? Does it say, well, if I can have rental property inside my Roth IRA, I can have rental cars? Are rental cars going to be a part of our future? Well, let's think about it. The average car is going to cost you probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000. Okay, Well, we said the Tesla would be 47, rounded off to 50,000. That you're just getting started, because now you've got to put the fuel in it, and you've got to insure it, and you've got to house it in a garage, and you've got to take care of it. So I'm of the belief that the house no longer will have a 2-car garage. It'll have a 1-car garage. It'll have that car you need to make long trips. That will be yours. But there is no reason, if all you're doing is going to and from work, or to and from the grocery store, or taking your kids to school, there's no reason you should have somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000 invested in a car with another probably $10,000 of maintenance and insurance and fuel going to it a year as well. No, we will come to a 1-car society, particularly in larger cities, and that's where my robo-taxis are going to be. Now, is this purely a Tesla package? Well, I think right now that's the dependable chargers. That's going to be the organization that comes to me and says, hey, Carrie, why don't you just become a part of the network, and why don't you go buy that abandoned shopping center right out near the airport, and put your 6 cars into it, and we'll get you another 20 cars in there, and you can run that, and you can make the money off of that as well. The world is changing. This is going, yes, Homer, I woke up. The light bulb came on, and I said to myself, Tesla is more than a car company, and I can deal with their exposure in China. Because I think this new robo-taxi that they're going to be making is going into that giga plant that they're building in Mexico now, and that's going to be relief from the exposure to China. Okay? That's where I'm at. I woke up, Homer. I see it. And this is where my Roth IRA is going to go. There is nowhere else that I can invest, what is it, $284,000, and then come out with $231,000 in income off of that $284, and do the math. It works out to be about an 81% return on my investment. Now, you may say, Elon isn't going to let that happen. He's going to want to take an override. Okay, so I only make 71% on my original investment. Do you see how this makes sense? Do you see how, if you can think in the future, if you can connect the dots, you can win at this game? Okay? I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a retired financial advisor. This is what I do for fun. I don't fish, I don't hunt, and I don't chase women. So this is what I do. If you want to be a part of this, if you want to get inside my mind, come join my tribe. I talk to my group every Friday at our Friday Stock Talk, and we talk about things like this. We hash them out, and we say, is that realistic? Can that happen? What can you give me to add to this equation? And that's how we work together. We've turned this investing into a team sport. And we've just gone beyond the stock market. We've just gone beyond rental real estate. And we're going into the robo-taxi business. Come join me at Best of Us Investors. Come to the website. Become a part of our group. We have 3 different levels. You'll see it there. And let's get rich together. Talk to you again tomorrow.